Okay, everyone, welcome back to our Calculus 3 class notes. We are still working in section 15.2 and working on understanding how to set up and integrate double integrals over a non-rectangular region in the xy plane. Okay, so sometimes we're not given much other than words and a word problem. So let's read this example. Example 82. Find the volume of the wedge-like solid that lies beneath the surface z equals 16 minus x squared minus y squared. So that's a upside down paraboloid. And above the region R, bounded by the curve y equals 2 square root of x, the line y equals 4x minus 2, and the x-axis. So when I draw that, okay, so I need to look at the region R in the xy plane. So I'm bounded by the line y equals 4x minus 2. So that's this guy. The x-axis, so that's why I'm only drawing it up in the first quadrant. And y equals 2 square root of x. And I can see that 2 square root of x and 4x minus 2, where they intersect by solving this equation. 2 square root of x equals 4x minus 2. So algebraically, I work through that, square both sides, I get 4 times x equals 4x minus 2 squared. So if I multiply that, I get 16x squared minus 16x plus 4. Bring everything to the same side of the equation, so subtract 4x from both sides. I get 16x squared minus 20x plus 4. So I can factor a 4 out of that. I get 4x squared minus 5x plus 1. That then factors into x minus 1 times 4x minus 1. So these two curves intersect at x equals 1 or x equals 1/4. So they're intersecting here at x equals 1, which is up above the x-axis, but at x equals 1/4, they would intersect down here below the x-axis. So I'm bounded by that x-axis, so that's not going to be the intersection point I was looking for. So that tells me where x can vary between 0 and 1. Okay, so I can set this up again one of two ways, and I did it both ways for you in this case because the integration is easy both ways. So if I want to integrate over r dA, then I'm going to integrate dx dy, right? Or I could integrate dy dx. So let's set up as dx dy. So y varies from 0 to 2. And as y varies from 0 to 2, x varies from the function x equals y squared over 4 when I solve this for x, up to the function x equals y plus 2 over 4 when I solve this line for x. Okay, so that's how I would set this up, dx dy. And then you just integrate, like we hopefully are getting used to. The inside integral, I integrate with respect to x, treating y's as constants. That's why I get 16x minus x cubed over 3 minus y squared times x, because y squared is a constant in terms of integrating with respect to x. And then I've used the fundamental theorem to substitute x equals y plus 2 over 4 in, and then minus substituting y squared over 4 in, and you got some simplification to do. Okay? And I said, you know what, that's kind of ugly. I don't even want to finish that. So let's go back this way, and let's set it up in terms of dy dx. And in terms of dy dx, that means I want x to be my outside integral. So x goes from the constant 0 up to the constant 1 to cover the whole region. And then y goes from the function 4x minus 2 up to the function 2 squared of x. So that's how I would do that. Again, now I integrate the inside function with respect to y, treating x's as constants. Use the fundamental theorem, substitute it in, and I was like, you know what, I don't have a lot more room in this page and I don't want to drag this out for you. So these are very simple things to now go ahead and integrate and substitute. The answer is not so simple. It takes a few more lines of work, but I decided not to include it in the notes. So it's approximately 12.4 cubic units, but the exact answer is 20,803 divided by 1680.